This podcast is a Radio Mike original production. Head to radiomike.com.au to find out more. 50 years after the events of the final Harry Potter books, and Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and I love Harry Potter. In fact, I love Harry Potter so much that when I was a kid, I wrote an entire series of fan fiction books based on Hogwarts. This is book 1 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys. Hello, Potterheads! Welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. First one of the year. Yes. Lewis Spears is my guest.
Boys.
Harry Potter and the
Mate,
boys.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
I've been on break until today.
Right.
So.
But you said you're happy to be here. We're actually at your place.
So
yeah. So you're happy to not have to have come to my place.
I'm stoked to be here. I want to leave my house, get COVID, the new English strain.
I've driven all the way down to Frankston on a very hot day. So maybe we should go to the beach after this.
I would rather die than go to the beach.
Okay. Well,
I hate the beach. What do you want to sit in the dirt for?
No, the sand.
The dirt.
I meant more go swimming.
It's a type of dirt.
We could go swimming.
Yeah?
All right. This podcast is not about the beach. It's about Harry Potter.
Because I can make it about the beach if you want. I could do 45 minutes on why I hate the beach and you should too.
We'll do that another time.
You're lucky I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah, Lewis is wearing shorts.
I'm only here because I'm getting into work again.
Yes.
This is my first bit of content for the year. I thought I
Awesome.
would start off with the least important thing that I could think of just to get in the habit of it, and that is this podcast.
And this is the first Harry Potter and the Boys for 2021.
Yep.
And I thought I'd start off with a bang, with a big guess.
Yeah.
What's your experience with Harry Potter? Talk to me.
I was obsessed with it when I was a kid, like everyone.
Yeah.
But Harry Potter, I think, is what got me into reading a lot.
Cool.
I read all the time. Like I'll smash a book a week during quarantine.
Yeah.
And I think it started with Harry Potter.
So you've read all the books, I assume?
Yeah, I've read all of the books. And I think it's great. I mean, you're not allowed to like J.K. Rowling anymore. She's in trouble, you know.
Yeah, she's cancelled.
We
actually don't mention her on the podcast.
Who?
No, you know who? You know who?
Voldemort.
She who must not be named.
She really did become the villain of her own fucking story. You can't talk about her anymore.
But you know what? She didn't, she said some pretty shit things, you know, but even before that, she was sabotaging her own franchise with all the stupid shit. Like, people already hated her.
She should have written All Is Well, shut the book, and fucked off forever.
Enjoy your she's probably a billionaire.
Yeah,
right? She must be a billionaire.
She would be. And I always see on TikTok when people make Harry Potter type stuff, a lot of comments are like, you shouldn't support this franchise. It's like, okay, do you really think your $20 is making a big difference to her fucking life? By the time she spends the money that she's already made, she'll be dead before she gets to that extra $20 that you gave her. Like there's a big line of $20 she's made from books, and your $20 is that's going to her grandchildren.
Yeah. I wonder, because my kind of thing on that, and this might be a controversial take, but I actually think
Mike's a TERF.
No, I'm not a
trans
TERF.
exclusionary radical feminist.
No, sorry, I'm not going to defend her comments, but I actually think, I don't think you have to stop liking Harry Potter because of her. And I think that once it's left the author's pen, right? Yeah. It's now you interpret it however you want. And
they're separate things. Like you don't have to like her, but her books are her books. Like it's like good food.
Yeah.
Right? If I went to a restaurant and I had spaghetti and then someone goes, oh, by the way, the chef's a Nazi, I'll go, oh, well, Fuck, you could cook though.
I mean,
it's pretty good, wasn't
yeah,
it?
but you probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't go back.
You wouldn't go back, and if
but
you
I
knew
wouldn't
in
vomit.
advance, you wouldn't have gone.
Yeah. If I knew, I suppose if someone told me before, someone was like, "Hey, the chef's a Nazi," and I went, "Well, fuck, we gotta go."
Yeah,
that's a problem.
That's problematic. Yeah. But yeah, I think you're free to interpret how. Like, I think it's left J.K. Rowling. I think it's a different beast now. You've been pretty vocal on your pod about how you think. Was your thing everything since book 7 never happened?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe everything since book 7 is not real. It didn't happen.
Non-canon.
Robert Galbraith is an invention. He doesn't exist. Literally, he doesn't exist, and neither does anything that bitch wrote after her final fucking book. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, she wrote a play? Who are you, Shakespeare? Fuck off. Go on a holiday forever.
Have you read Cursed Child?
No! Why the fuck would I want to read something that says Harry and then what Harry says? Right, Harry said, you bitch! I don't want to fucking read a play.
Hey, going back to the Shakespeare analogy, it's kind of like if Shakespeare, after like 20 years, wrote Romeo and Juliet 2 and just fucked it up.
Yeah.
Like, Juliet actually didn't die and Romeo didn't either. And this is what happened when they got married. How funny would that be?
What happens in that book, The Cursed Child?
Cursed Child is almost universally hated by Potter fans because you'll actually hate this.
Yeah.
My problem with Cursed Child was, in Prisoner of Azkaban, there's the time turner.
Yeah.
And the way that time travel works in that book is everything already happened. So you're not actually going back and changing the past.
Yeah, you're just observing it, and when that shit happened, you were observing it.
There's only one line of history. Yeah, exactly. And then in Cursed Child, they bring back the time turners, but it's the other style of time travel where it's like the butterfly effect, like you change history, and it's like, what are you doing? It's so bad. It completely breaks the continuity of the series.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. Those movies were shit too.
The Fantastic Beasts ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, what is she doing?
I don't know.
Does she want more money?
I guess so.
Or does she just want to dominate entertainment?
I wonder if it's out of her hands now because, like, people are just like, it's a money-making machine. Everyone wants a piece of it, and they're just like, we just need to make something.
It could depend on contract when she fucking signed over the idea. I mean, although she didn't, she would have had a lot of power because those books were incredibly popular before she signed a deal for a movie. So it's not like she was some small-time author. Maybe she was just an idiot who signed over her whole universe like fucking George Lucas did.
The Wizarding World.
And then Warner Bros. Or whoever made it ruined it.
Yeah. Do you reckon Harry Potter is like the Star Wars of this generation, of our generation?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it has that impact.
Really?
I don't think so. I mean, Star Wars is so much bigger. Like, Star Wars has fucking books and toys and comic books and Disney Plus series. Like, Star Wars is so much bigger. I don't think... Because, look, Star Wars, I feel, was a very original idea. Cunts with wands, it's been done.
But Star Wars was pretty derivative of Westerns and that kind of
but
thing.
it was in space. Like, it was was derivative of Westerns, but it was like, lightsabers, the Force.
Yeah.
All of that kind of shit was stuff that people hadn't really seen before in that way.
Yeah.
This bitch wrote a book about magic tricks and she literally almost put abracadabra in it. Like, it's good, but it's not going to have the impact of Star Wars.
Do you think it's funny that, like, the killing curse of Avada Kedavra, as you said, is just a corrupted abracadabra?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a commentary on how muggles have ruined magic? As in, like, how muggle magicians... are inadvertently using the killing curse.
I think it just sounds like something your nonna would say, trying to say abracadabra.
Say it.
Abracadabra,
Yeah. What is your favorite book and movie in the Harry Potter franchise?
The final book is incredible.
Yeah?
The final book was what made me go, oh, fuck, there's more. There's got to be more books that can do this, like Harry dying, and then the scene where Voldemort's like splinter of his soul is there
in the limbo,
and then the fucking, I think the bit where which by the way they butchered in the fucking film, where Ron's mum goes, "Get away from my son, you bitch."
No, my daughter.
My
It's
daughter.
Ginny, yeah.
Yeah, you bitch. Like that part, reading it gave me chills. And I was like, I didn't even know you could have a physical reaction reading a book.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, fuck, there must be better books out there. And there are.
Yeah.
But the last book is fucking incredible.
Yeah, cool. And
I
think,
really do like what she did do well was it feels like the books grew with the audience. Like the Harry first one is very kiddie.
Yeah.
But then the last one has bitch in it.
Yes.
That's great.
And
I think she should have kept going with that. And then the next one should have been like 50 Shades of Grey, where it was Harry Potter just fucking Ginny.
Yeah, okay.
No condom.
Okay.
I think she should have kept going.
What's the title of that one? Harry Potter and the bareback. The bareback blowjob.
Yeah. I mean, there's versions of that on Pornhub.
Yeah, I'm sure
People
there
want
is.
it.
And favorite movie?
Probably the Wizarding Trial one.
Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, with the dragon.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
that was sick. Because I was really looking forward to the final battle one,
Yeah.
but they fucked the scene where she says, "You bitch."
Yeah, okay. What I really like is how there's all the seeds planted throughout the book that eventually
Yeah.
get revealed to you, like the Snape twist at the end. Did
Yeah,
you
that
ever
blew my
predict
mind. No,
Yeah,
I
cool.
didn't.
Yeah.
I actually, this podcast is a perfect place to say this. I might even still have it in my parents' house. I also wrote Harry Potter fan fiction as a child.
Oh, wow.
I should have fucking brought it.
You
I
should've.
had I think I would have bought it at like the book fair or something like that. A Harry Potter diary that had a light in it that you could write.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm going to write the next Harry Potter book. And I wrote the next Harry
What
Potter
was
book.
yours about?
Mine was, it was only 3 pages. I still remember it though. It was about Snape, and it was, I might have been like 3 books in at this point where it was. And Snape turns into a dragon, and Harry Potter and everyone fought him off.
Okay.
And that's what
That's
I wrote.
creative.
It's either at my home or it's thrown out. Actually, I just moved. I would have found it. It's probably in the bin.
Maybe if you do find it, we can do a bonus ep of this pod.
That would be great.
Yeah. Final question. What house are you in? I think I know.
Oh, absolutely Slytherin.
Yeah. And tell us about Slytherin, like, because a lot of people think Slytherin is just the bad house, but there are, like, I think that's just cause of, like...
Nah, they're the winning house.
Yeah.
They're the winners.
Yeah.
Win at
continue.
all costs.
Why do you identify as a Slytherin?
Just fucking shit up. It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just like, I don't know, the Gryffindor is like, oh, we're altruistic. Cool. Go fucking clean up the beach or something.
Yeah.
Go away. You get Harry Potter, the Gryffindor people, there was one cool Gryffindor, Harry.
Really?
Yes.
Hermione's cool.
She's boring. She does
Okay.
math. She's good at her fucking spells. She did nothing.
Yeah, okay.
You really think about the series, what does she do? She went back in time and watched shit happen? Cool. Hermione, it happened anyway. You did nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Harry Potter, obviously, really cool. The cunt with the sword, quite cool.
Neville.
Slytherin, Draco Malfoy. Voldemort, Draco's dad, that crazy bitch. She killed people. Bellatrix, yeah. She needs a shower, but she's cool.
Professor Slughorn.
Not really.
Snape.
The Snape? Yeah, the best hero of them all.
Anti-hero.
Well, no.
You're like Barney Stinson in How I Met Your Mother, where he thinks the bad guy in Karate Kid is the protagonist of the Karate Kid. Like, do you identify with villains in movies?
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
You're like watching Avengers and you're like, come on, Thanos, do the snap, the snap.
No, I do think that Thanos had a point. There'd be less traffic.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah. I had one more question, but I forgot. Oh, what would your Patronus be?
I would love for my Patronus
Giraffe?
to be just a massive cock. I just think that'd be so
As
funny.
in a rooster or
Not like a
penis?
penis.
Okay.
Like if I go, expecto patronum, and then a huge cock came out and I looked around, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It's
You don't choose your Patronus.
You don't choose your
The
Patronus.
one chooses the wizard.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I know and if I'm a teacher as well, I know it's really inappropriate, but I'm just trying to
I have to
demonstrate
teach you.
can't choose your Patronus.
You know,
But you call it pro bonus.
all right. Thank you for all of that. shall we dive into the next chapter of the fanfic?
Have we gone on too long with this? We have to start?
No.
Okay.
I just there was one guy who said in a review, love the podcast, but he takes too long at the top. I just want him to do the fan fiction so I can stop listening when it's over.
Oh, well, fuck you. Buy the book.
Yeah, you can't buy my book.
Why not? Why don't you put it out as a book? Does it start and end?
Yeah.
Put it out as a
someone
book.
actually asked me to send them the PDF.
Don't.
And I'm like, but then the whole podcast is null and void because you could just
How many
upload
more
it.
episodes do you have?
There's over 20 chapters, but there's 7 books. So I'm wondering if after the first one we do the next book.
Are you
basically.
kidding? You wrote
Yeah,
7
I
books
wrote
with
so
like
much.
20 chapters.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You should, each season, when you finish a book, you should do a Kickstarter to make a book.
I
It's
don't
parody.
know the legality
Parody.
of it, but it uses the
Australia.
names Harry Potter.
That's fine. Parody, it's fine.
Okay, well, we'll see. I'm going to open my MacBook, and you're going to read us the next chapter of the book.
Okay, cool.
So, just so you did this on my other podcast, 20th Century Boy, a while ago. So you're familiar with the book.
Yeah.
It's very self-referential. The characters refer to themselves.
What are we up to? Do you want to give me a quick recap?
Yeah, so basically where we've just left is the boys have essentially gone into their first ever flying lesson, sort of like in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And they have
Who are the boys? Has that been explained?
the boys are like there's Michael and then a bunch of other boys that just were around when I was at school.
Yeah.
And the boys are like very indistinguished characters. Like they really there could just be one.
Boys.
Yeah, it seems like most of the funniness comes from the characters around the boys.
Yeah.
Harry Potter's headmaster. There's a new teacher called Mr. Charger, who I believe we will learn more about in this chapter here.
Mr. Cream Charger?
No, just Charger.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's Derek, one of the boys. He's one of the idiotic
Big D.
boys. Big D, yeah. All right, so I'm going to give you over. This is chapter 9, and I want you to read this chapter.
It looks nice.
It's quite a long chapter as well, so
Yeah.
go for it. Lewis Spears
pages.
and Harry Potter and the Boys.
Chapter 9, Triple Potions.
Wow, and did you ever have triple periods at school?
No.
No, we didn't. We had doubles only.
We had doubles, yeah.
This is triple.
This is triple.
Triple
Fuck.
potion.
I thought you were talking about like drugs.
No.
When did you write? How old were you?
13.
13, okay.
Here we go.
The boys left the Quidditch pitch in delight. What do we have now? Asked Lockie. Double potions with Derek, replied Keaton. For some reason there's a few dots there. Double potions with Derek.
I think it's double potions with Derek. I think that's what the dots.
What do we have now? Asked Lockie. Double potions with Derek, replied Keaton. What a shit name.
Okay, Keaton. Just so you know, so far in the book there has not been a character called Keaton. This is Keaton's
his debut.
first appearance.
Okay,
in
great.
The book.
Great, so it's just a boy.
A boy. He's
really,
one of the boys.
Really is the boys. Like, who the fuck are these boys? How many are there? Do they follow him around everywhere? Who knows?
Like, who is Keaton? Okay.
Oh, damn. Wait, who the fuck are you, Keaton?
Does it actually say that?
Yeah, it does.
So the boys are leaving the Quidditch pitch and another boy has joined them called Keaton.
Yeah.
And they just go, who are you? Like, why are you here? They have the exact same thoughts as us, really.
Okay, yeah. Oh, hi. I'm Keaton, Keaton said with a sheepish smile. And then in brackets, I don't actually know what sheepish means, but I've read it in books. Just imagine Keaton smiling like a sheep.
Now, can you demonstrate that for the audience?
Yeah.
It's
like a smile with the noise.
So Keaton's like, oh, I'm Keaton.
Yeah. Avada Kedavra, said God. And Keaton's body lay motionless on the floor. The boys walked past him and spat on his body.
Whoa!
Then Sam dumped it in the lake.
Wow. So
what happened today to you?
Lots of things to uncover there.
Yeah.
Firstly,
God
is
real.
God a character in the book?
I love that God did a miracle or a smiting, and no one was like, "Oh, bloody God's acting up again." It was like it started raining.
Then it sounds like he must be upset.
Yeah.
Do you picture it as like a hand appears out of a cloud with a wand and just goes Avada Kedavra?
Why would God need a wand?
True, he created the world. That was his best magic trick.
It's a finger, and he said Avada Kedavra to not freak people out. He didn't have to say it, he said it to make it make more sense to everyone, and that's why no one really was bothered by it.
So God has killed one of the...
Yeah.
Students die every chapter in this, so this is not unusual.
Okay,
but the
great.
spitting on the body
They're gonna
seems like a big
Run out of
insult.
boys.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, so that's an interesting start.
Was
to the
Keaton
chapter.
a real person in your life?
I don't think so.
Okay. Sam dumped him in the lake.
It's awful.
Yeah.
No one seems to care. There's no
Who's
criminal.
Sam?
Sam's one of the boys.
Okay. Of
He's
course.
one of the boys.
The boys made their way to the dungeons. Mr. Charger, the idiotic tall guy. What the fuck?
Oh, sorry,
Is this
man.
me?
No, this is not you. I didn't
Okay.
know you when I was 13.
Good. The idiotic tall guy, idiotic ironically spelled incorrectly.
That's idiotic.
That's very awesome. Briefly mentioned in chapter 2 or 3, in brackets, I don't remember. Walked in.
That's the narrator saying that.
Who are you like saying this to?
What do you mean?
Like when you wrote
I guess
this,
the person
was this,
reading it.
Was this for you?
No,
or
I
was
guess
this
the
for
person
me?
reading it. Yeah. No one's ever read this book. Like
What was
until
your
now.
goal with this?
Just to
when
write
you
a
were
funny
kid?
book.
Okay, great.
To write a funny book.
Yeah, great. Walked in idiotically into the room. Hello there, boys, he said, smiling. It was an evil smile. The type smile you would expect from a stereotypical villain in a fantasy novel.
Okay, well that makes sense because that's sort of this.
Time to get to work. Today's lesson is about securing the future for our white brothers and sisters
This is not.
and
This is
ensuring
not written in
the
it.
eradication
This is not written in
of
it.
the... What the fuck is this?
That's not written in it.
And there's a bunch of stuff about
That's not written
Jews
in it.
and
This is not written in it. This is
revolution.
the guest ad-libbing.
What the
Alright,
fuck?
I'm going to read the next sentence because that is not
That's
in it.
crazy.
All right, that is
Just
not in it.
scroll past all that Nazi
The
shit.
type of smile you
Yeah,
would
good.
expect from a stereotypical villain in a fantasy novel. Get to work. Your homework is an 866-page essay on why potions is the best subject, using only words found on this first grade spelling list.
Oh, sorry, I misread that.
You misread it. Yeah,
sorry.
No,
Okay.
that's okay, man. Just keep.
Okay, yeah,
Just try.
I'll try
If
and-
you have any issues,
Yeah.
just
Yeah, okay. Subject. Why potion is the best subject using only words found on this first grade spelling list, despite making up 13% of the population, dude.
Oh my god, that's not written there.
Was he serious? What did this have to do with potions? The boys got to work. Tom raised his hand. Excuse me, sir, he said. 5 points from Gryffindor, Mr. Charger said.
So Mr. Charger is a bit of an asshole, but also bit of an interesting essay to write about the history of why potions is the best subject.
Yeah, that's very biased subject matter from the guy in charge of
And
potions.
they're right, it doesn't have anything to do with actual potions. But yeah, that's all right.
Michael began talking to Rob about how mean Mr. Charger was. How could he
so
do
mean.
that? He whispered. I can't believe. He tried to continue but was cut off. Mr. Charger was staring at him evilly.
What's an evil stare?
Well, it's also the most strangest stare he had ever seen his eyes.
Does it actually say that? So is it? Do you reckon it's
There's
sort of
more.
like, for
There's-
video viewers, is it sort of like,
Yeah, he's having a stroke. His eyes were almost falling out of their sockets. One did.
so I think it's sort of like this kind of stare.
Yeah, but his eye fell out.
Yeah, his
'Cause
eye
he
falls
didn't-
out and then it's like, oh, sorry. And
Yeah.
he puts it back in.
That's good. And for the rest of the lesson, he kept staring. Every minute, his face seemed to get closer and closer to Michael. Maybe they'll kiss.
So he's literally just doing this.
Yeah, but his eye keeps falling out. So eventually, we're so close, Michael will put it back in.
Surely
for him.
there's a spell, Oculus Reparo. Doesn't
true.
Hermione use that?
Luckily, they were saved by the bell. Wonder what would have happened.
Does Hogwarts have a bell?
I think there ever was a bell.
There was no bell in the movie.
No one had bells. No one had watches. How the fuck did they know what they were doing?
How does Hogwarts signify the end of a class?
Well, that was a weird thing I always thought about Hogwarts was that they just never did technology.
Yeah,
Like they had magic,
yeah,
and then they just stopped at like 1600.
yeah. Like, why don't they have like smart whiteboards at least?
Smart whiteboards was shit. Did you ever have one in
Yeah,
school?
none of the teachers knew how to use them.
No.
So half the class is just the teacher
Week
trying
two,
to turn
some
on.
decrepit old substitute teacher would draw on it with an actual permanent marker. They'd have to replace it. That always happened.
And then the whole class is like, no, sir!
Yeah, you never see him again.
Yes.
You, and you stay behind. He pointed at Tom, Michael, and Derek.
Okay.
After everyone had
bell's
left,
gone, yeah.
Mr. Charger called them up. I cannot believe you, Michael Carmichael.
That's his name.
Okay. You, Michael Carmichael, you are a disgrace. This is your first potions class, and you're already being a silly Billy dum-dum head.
Does not say that.
It does.
Okay.
It does. And I'm skipping past all the race theory here. He seemed to go on without ever taking a breath. Disgracefully.
Wait, what?
Oh no, disgraceful. 50 trillion points from Gryffindor.
Wow.
Leave.
So does Gryffindor go into negative points from here?
Yeah, Gryffindor is like America's economy. They're $50 trillion in debt.
Yeah.
Dumbledore's like, we have to keep bombing the Middle East.
Dumbledore's not in this. Harry Potter is sort of like the Dumbledore of this, this book. Yeah,
Okay.
he's the headmaster.
Right.
Okay, so he's dismissed
Do
Michael.
you reckon she called him the headmaster because she knew he was gay?
Dumbledore?
Yeah.
As in, like,
He's the master of head.
Well, in this book,
Yeah.
Harry Potter is the head of giving head at Hogwarts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was in chapter 2.
So, okay,
So
that's
Harry
good.
Potter is the head of giving head.
Okay, well, you're
interesting.
evolving. You're building
Yeah.
on the plot that you didn't even know was there at the time.
No, yeah.
That's great. I love that you doing that. How old were you?
13-ish. Yeah.
So you making one of the main characters gay
well, it's not
at
confirmed.
13
It's not confirmed.
is literally what she did. Like
That's actually
13-year-old
true.
behavior.
That's actually true. Yeah.
That's lit.
But it's not confirmed because some
I thought
some
it was
people
confirmed. She tweeted it.
No, Dumbledore, but Harry in this, it's not confirmed that he's
Oh, okay.
necessarily gay. Like it's because some women refer
He just
to
sucks dick every now and then.
oral
He's
as
really
giving
good at
head.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
possibly. Who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows?
It's like, like I would be probably really good at basketball, but
Yeah.
I just don't really want to do it. So
Yeah.
I don't call myself a basketballer. Maybe he's like that with sucking dick.
Possibly, but
Yeah.
he is the master of head, so
Yeah.
it implies he's done it.
Yeah, true.
Unless
That'd be
he's
like,
a master in terms like he's studied it,
yeah,
because you can be like, oh, I'm a master,
master
of
in economics.
yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't necessarily work in economics.
That's
So
true.
it's a bit ambiguous. Yeah.
Okay.
Might become a plot point later. Who knows?
Who knows?
We're in Mr. Charger's classroom.
Okay. Maybe by the end of the book, he'll get his doctorates in dick sucking. Dr. Dick
A
Suck.
doctorate, a doctor in fellatio.
Yeah, that would be good. Michael ran out. What are you two doing here? He said. Sam and Derek were still there. Of course they are.
So we asked them to stay back.
And then said, what are you doing?
Also, wasn't it Tom and Derek, not Sam and Derek?
Yeah, Tom, Michael, and Derek. And then
But
Sam.
So Sam and Tom are twins, so maybe they've just interchanged
okay.
each other or something.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. You told us to stay behind, sir, Tom said nervously.
So Sam and Tom are just literally interchangeable at this point, it seems.
Yeah. I did not, he said. He always had to be right. And the boys left.
Okay, there you go.
Great. They ran out. Derek was crying his eyes out, literally.
Lots of
His
eye
eyes
loss.
are falling out.
He's crying so much the tears are coming from behind and the flow of tears are pushing his eyes out of their sockets.
Yeah, like he's turned on a tap.
Yeah.
The boys took him to the hospital wing while they went up to Professor Potter's house. Ooh,
House.
Office.
or
Sorry, I read that wrong. The big man himself.
Yeah, the big man.
A big sign outside, a stone gargoyle of a monster. Hang on.
Isn't a gargoyle
That
a
is-
gargoyle?
A gargoyle is a
It should be a stone
specific
statue
thing.
of a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a stone gargoyle.
Harry Potter's top secret office. No one like Voldemort is allowed in. No girls ill. The password is lightning bolt scar.
So here we see what
Are
Harry
you sure he's not gay?
Harry has become this, like, he's
got PTSD.
so he's advertising that it is top secret office. No girls allowed, no Voldemort's allowed. No one come in. Here's the password in case you need to come in.
Yeah.
Pretty flawed system.
If some kid came in with like a real fucked up nose, he'd probably kill him.
Possibly.
He's back.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt Scar, the boys said in unison, and a door appeared.
Oh,
The
so
boys-
does a door just appear? Is it like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Like it's just a door that...
Yeah.
Because in the movies, the stone gargoyle turns into a staircase, but it's like...
Well, what's weird about this is it says a big sign outside of a stone gargoyle of a monster. Like,
What does that
don't you
mean?
just mean like next to?
I guess so, yeah.
'Cause outside of my leg is just next.
Next to your leg.
Next to
yeah.
my
And then-
leg, I
and
guess.
Then, but where is the door? That's
Yeah.
what I'm interested in.
Well, it's just appeared, mate.
Yeah, it just appeared.
The boys walked in to find Harry behind a desk hiding. He's got PTSD. He's freaking out.
Yes.
It's you. I was just masturbating.
It does not say that.
It does. You wrote it.
Oh, it does say that.
Yes,
It does.
masturbating. He said cowardly.
So
What was he actually doing
What
there?
was he doing?
What was he doing that's less embarrassing than probably sucking dick? Getting some practice in.
But it's like-
he's studying for his doctorate.
Imagine going into your headmaster's office and he's like, and he's sprung unawares. He's like, oh, I was just masturbating. Like, you would have to be doing something pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
He
Or
just-
he just was masturbating.
just rolls away Voldemort's corpse. It's preserved. Yes, masturbating, he said cowardly. Harry, we want to talk to you about Mr. Charger, Michael shouted. What about him? Asked Harry. The boys explained everything, and Harry looked shocked, just as they expected him to say something like, fire him, or to the Batmobile.
So Batman
would he say
exists in the Harry Potter universe, and
Yeah. And
So-
Harry Potter is likely to say that at any moment for any reason.
so
He's lost it.
Professor Potter, Mr. Charger's such a terrible teacher. You need to get rid of him. To the Batmobile.
Yeah, I think that obviously being dead, having no oxygen to his brain for a few minutes has really fucked the man up. He simply said, so?
So, Harry is just so ignorant about the safety and well-being of the students, and like.
Yeah.
But what I like is it says that he looked shocked. So he's
Yeah.
like, oh my god. So.
But I said so, Harry screamed. The boys walked out miserably. These boys always walk in a way.
Yeah.
Like they never just walk.
They walked
walk
out, yeah.
miserably, excitedly, suspiciously.
I think that's good writing.
I think that's a bit too much.
It's an adverb, I believe. What's next?
Oh, it's just written in a weird way. The boys walked out miserably, and then in quotations marks, the Harry Potter didn't turn out to be as great as they thought he would be. Is this his first appearance?
No, he's appeared a few times, and every time he's appeared so far, students have died. He's ignored it. He's abused the students emotionally.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So
That's
I think
really
they're disappointed in
They
him.
need to put him in a home. Harry Potter didn't turn out to be as great as they thought he would be. Then, unfortunately, the boys realized they had another potions in 15 minutes. They rushed to Hagrid's hut.
Why?
Hi, Hagrid, they all said. You better go to potions now, said Hagrid. They all walked back to the potions room.
Hi, Hagrid. You better go to potions now.
You have ADD.
So
You just thought about Hagrid. It was like, oh, I should put him in. And then you got to Hagrid and you're like, oh, I don't know what he
wait,
should
they have
do.
to go to the potion.
We'll just go to potions.
I love that they realized they had potions,
Yeah.
but still went to Hagrid's, and then Hagrid didn't even say hello. He just said, "You better go to potions."
He knows their schedule for some reason.
Hi, Hagrid. You better go to potions.
Oh, bye, Hagrid. Hi, Hagrid, they all said. You better go to potions now, said Hagrid. They all walked back to the potions room and had their potions
but
lesson.
quickly, can I just say, like, it's
Isn't
like
this their fourth potions then?
no, this is their
third.
But like, I just think it's funny that like Hagrid says, "You better go to potions." Like, it sounds like they've had tea with Hagrid, and he's like, "Oh, what's the time? You better go to potions." But it's like literally, he opens the door and goes, "You better go to potions."
Doesn't even say hello. Hi, Hagrid, they all said. You better go to potions now, said
Wait,
Hagrid.
again?
No, I'm starting again because this finishes very nicely. They all walked back to the potions room and had their potions lessons. After, they went to Hagrid's again. Hi, Hagrid, they all said. You better go to potions now, said Hagrid.
So Hagrid is also similar to Harry Potter. Hagrid has also become a bit of an idiot. So
Well, hang on. How old would Hagrid be then?
This is 50 years, so he'd be like in his hundreds.
Yeah,
now.
so he's got dementia. You
Possibly.
better go to potions now.
So they go to potions.
Mm.
I wonder. Yeah, they go to potions. They come back. Hi, Hagrid. You better go to potions now.
Yeah, he's got dementia. We just went to potions, you big palooka, Tom yelled. Attention students and students of Hogwarts. Oh no, attention teachers and students of Hogwarts. The PA shouted. Who's the PA?
I think it's Harry Potter has a PA in his office after he masturbates.
The PA is sentient. It's a character.
Well,
Otherwise, it would be Harry shouted through the PA.
Yeah, we've
system.
talked about this on another app. I read it as Harry is talking through the PA, but you're welcome to interpret it however you like.
All right. Well, attention teachers and students of Hogwarts, the PA shouted. This is just a reminder that Derek is a disgrace to all wizards.
So this is a recurring thing that seems to come from the PA every chapter. Yeah. They remind Derek that he's a disgrace to all wizards.
That's good. But then the boys looked at their timetable. Another potions lesson.
You better go to potions now.
This is 5.
Okay, so it's not quite triple potions. It's quintuple potions.
They walked back to the potions room. When they arrived, they saw something very strange. They saw Mr. Charger inside talking to someone, but there was no one else in the room. Everyone's gone nuts.
So this is actually interesting. Okay, just continue. This is interesting.
Master, he said, how much longer? A snake-like voice replied.
Well, you know who that is.
Yeah.
And you do it in a snake-like voice.
Wait, my slave.
That's a Palpatine-like voice.
Do it.
A snake-like voice is like...
Wait, my slave.
No, a snake-like voice is like...
Put me away.
No, it's like... Wait, my slave.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, you do it.
Wait, my slave, it said. Put me away.
Okay,
look.
So, okay.
It's the same voice.
Okay, so he's saying put me away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your voice?
Wait, my slave.
That's what I'm doing.
Put me away.
Wait, my slave. It's the same voice.
Okay.
The boys realised that Mr. Cream Charger had his pants pulled down. Oh, sorry. The boys realised that Mr. Charger had his pants pulled down. Bloody Harry's been in there. And suddenly, a green light was shot out of his anus.
So can Mr. Charger do magic out of his ass?
Yeah, a vodka anus. Aiming straight at Michael. Bro, he bloody green-eyed him. Luckily, Sam was very good in defense against the farts.
Okay, defense against the dark farts.
It's just farts. Okay. Defense against regular farts.
Just farts.
They're just going like this, waving his arms.
Yeah, he's just blowing it away. So yeah, one thing that I should say is, since Deathly Hallows, the dark farts are a new threat on the wizarding world, apparently. Right.
Well, luckily Sam was very good in defense against the farts. He had studied a spell that could easily get rid of the spell. Ridus Spellus, he said, as he waved his wand at the light and blasted into smithereens.
So Ridus Spellus obviously get rid of this spell, but you never see J.K. Rowling doing spells like she does Accio, not Comus Hearus.
Yeah, it's very, very uncreative. Yeah. Pointing a wand directly at your teacher's anus.
Well, J.K. isn't that creative. Like, hers are just Latin.
Yeah, that's true. Ridus Spellus, he yelled as he waved his wand at the light, and it blasted into smithereens. 6 trillion points from Gryffindor. They're 12 trillion in debt.
So Mr. Charger tries to murder the students with
a sex crime.
By shooting a green light out of his asshole.
Yeah.
And then the students defend themselves, and he punishes them for that.
6 trillion points from Gryffindor, Mr. Charger yelled as he pulled up his pants and took about 30 steps in a southeasterly direction. Okay. You obviously had geography before this. Derek came into the lesson late because he lost his timetable. 50 points from expelled, Mr. Charger said.
Derek is in his own house called expelled. He was not sorted.
That's good. The boys had had enough. Mr. Charger had to be the meanest teacher in the world, but there was nothing they could do. He tried to kill them and they go, oh, he's mean, isn't he?
Nothing we can do. He's pretty mean.
The bell finally rang. The boys were bored of making a mean potion to feed to Mr. Charger.
A mean potion?
That's not explained at all.
Wouldn't that make him meaner?
Yeah, maybe it's their fault that
they
he's
gave
so
him a mean
mean
potion, yeah.
Before they could leave, Mr. Charger began to speak. Where do you think you're going, he said. I haven't got your 866-page essay on why potions is the best subject using only the words find on this first grade spelling list.
That's come back.
Has that come back?
Remember at the start of the chapter, he asked them to do that?
He didn't say the rules, though.
No, he didn't say when it was due.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, he sprung this on them.
But sir, said a Gryffindor boy called Angus Robbins, we haven't had enough time to do that. Mr. Charger was not impressed. No one had finished their essay. Michael, Tom, and Luke hadn't even started. Luke was so nervous, he dropped his pencil on the ground, which got Mr. Charger angry.
Don't they use quills?
I don't know. Give me all your pencils. They got to use quills now. He yelled. Everyone handed over their pencils. Now sing the fucking school song.
Does he say that?
The boys were scared. They began to sing the Nazi German anthem. It says they began to sing Hogwarts, Hogwarts, Hoggy. They were stopped by Mr. Charger. No. You are supposed to be singing a D flat. It is supposed to be... Oh, you are singing a D flat. It is supposed to be a C sharp. This is written very strangely.
Oh, right.
Mr. Charger.
And a D flat and a C sharp are the same note on a keyboard.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, so
Okay.
a C sharp
Little
and
music joke for all you keyboard players.
That's a music joke for anyone who does music.
Mr. Charger was very fond of music, but he didn't know how much about it. You see, it's explained.
What's it say?
Classic Mike explaining why this is funny. Mr. Charger was very fond of music, but he didn't know much about it. You see, a C sharp and a D flat are the exact same note.
Right, yeah.
This is how the chapter ends.
Okay.
Get out of my sight, you fucking mongrels!
He does not say fucking.
He does.
Oh,
he
does.
says fucking
okay.
twice.
Wow, he's swearing at the
This is
students.
the day you learn to swear.
He's worse than Snape.
Get out of my sight, you fucking mongrels! I never want to see your fucking ugly faces again, Mr. Charger shouted. By the way, you all have detention.
I never want to see you again.
By the way, come back here for detention. They all ran away, hoping their next lesson would be a lot better than this one, which was very racist. I know, a lot better than this one, sorry.
The last sentence wasn't there. Wow, thank you for doing that, Lewis.
No worries, man.
What did you think of that?
Man, I think you really need to clean up all this weird, race science
Okay.
out of it before you get other people on. Because if you get
Right.
someone who doesn't know you, I know you, I know that it's only a hobby of yours. You don't not really
all
don't
of
want to
this
enact
is
any kind of right. I
Borderline
know that.
defamation.
I know that you don't want to do that. But another guest, if you got Osher Ginsburg on there, he might fucking report you.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah. But
Well,
other than that,
But all the stuff that actually did happen in the book, what did you think?
I thought it was great.
Yeah?
I think it reminded me of the shit I used to write. I used to
great.
write little plays and shows in grade 3, and it reminds me a lot of the plot going nowhere, and changing from scene to scene for no
Rapidly,
reason, doing random shit that you thought was the funniest thing ever because that wouldn't happen in real life.
I love how immature, just the focus on poo and farts is as well. What do you think was the funniest moment of that? For me, it's you better go to potions.
Yeah, I like you better go to potions. That was very good.
Awesome, man. Well, where can people find you and your stuff?
Well, here in the studio, you found me.
Well, I drove here.
Please don't come here.
Yeah. Online, I guess.
Check out the Luke and Lewis podcast. We're coming back.
We're on the set of that
when
today.
Does this come out?
This will come out Wednesday.
All right, we'll be back next week, and you can find me on, just Google my name, Lewis Spears. There's a bunch of stand-up comedy, and I'll be doing the Melbourne Comedy Festival in March, if COVID doesn't get too scary. But we've had 0 cases, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be safe and fun, and I can't wait to get back on stage. It's been over a year since I've done an actual Lewis Spears show. So
awesome, man.
I'll be doing that.
And Lou's stand-up shows are a great vibe, really great audiences all the time, and it's been really cool every time I've seen you. So definitely go check out Lou's shows.
Yes, but they'll be limited capacity because we have to do them really small because of COVID. So there'll be fuck all tickets. So please come, or you'll miss out.
And then Spearhead Sundays is your other podcast.
Yeah, my solo podcast. If you liked this but hated everything that Mike said, you'll love my podcast. Because
well, I've been on a few episodes of your podcast, so skip those ones.
Yeah, skip those ones. Any guest ones. If you just really despise any time that anyone else chimed in when I was speaking, there's an hour of that every week.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, and for me, radio.mike on Insta, and email the show, radiomikepod@gmail.com. I love doing a few emails at the end of the show. Thanks for coming back. We're back every Wednesday from now.
I got an inside of my mind, my mind sticker.
Lewis has got one of my dodgy typo stickers. Head to radiomike.com.au if you want to see any of the other stuff I've done. Lou, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time.
No worries. Harry Potter and the boys for life.
My name's been Radio Mike, and Harry Potter and the Boys has been the inside of my mind.